Okay guys, welcome back to UC Organics. Today is April the 30th, and as you can see I'm next to the grapevines. A lot of the attention and focus will be on grapevines this year, um, due to the fact that they're so temperamental and you really have to baby them to get them through the danger stage. And it looks like we're pretty much out of it. So it rained all day yesterday. And as you can see, we've got beautiful, magnificent growth all throughout the grapevines. So just giving you a quick update as to what the grapevines look like at the different stages. Now, at this point, you can see the grape clusters actually on the grapevine. Quite a few of these have 3 clusters, which typically they have 2. So as you can see all the way down, we've got grapevines that's producing buds and grapes throughout the entire backyard orchard, I should call it. So we're looking very well. So obviously I sprayed the grapevines today because of the rain that we had. I mean, as you can see, we've got clusters all over the place, guys. We're gonna have lots and lots of berries. Large clusters as well. Now I will probably have to thin some of the clusters out just to keep the berries large and in good quality. But as you can see, we've got berries up and down the entire bed. Now I have already extended the trellis system. As you can see, this is the new trellis pole that was put in about 4 days ago. This is the old one, and as you can see, I still have to add the fencing, but this is gonna give me additional 3 feet from here to here. This will allow me to grow longer cordons to extend the grape orchard top and on the bottom. So that's the grapevines. Wanted to give you a quick update so you can see the progress. I told you guys I would constantly show you what's going on with the grapevines, keep you updated so you'll know exactly how this process works. Now I just did some harvest on radishes. As you can see, I've got a bundle here, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 bundles of radishes that I harvested this morning. A few days ago, I harvested 8 bundles of radishes. I pickled those, and I'm gonna do the same with these. So as you can see, the radishes are starting to thin out. We still got a lot of radishes to go. Carrots are looking very well. I love the rain for my garden. It scares me for the grapevines, but for the garden, I love the rain because after it rains, you get explosive growth in the garden. You can see the beets are doing very well. They're starting to largen the leaves. Now here, I've put in 3 arch trellises. Let me show you what they look like here. These are for my beans. So we've got one here, we've got one here, and we've got one here. Now I'll show you a side view what it looks like. So as you can see, I use PVC piping. It's about 15 feet of PVC piping bent over into an arch, and I've got fencing wire held together by zip ties. That's all it takes. Now, as you can see up top, I've got bungee cord tying all three of them together. So here's what's going to happen. Right at the base of each bed, I'm going to have beans growing. Now, I've just planted beans here. And obviously in bed number 1, you guys have seen this in the other video, I've got beans growing. Those beans will attach themselves to this trellis and grow all the way up, overhead, and down the opposite side. Now this gives me a lot of convenience because all I have to do is come and pick beans underneath and on top. And it allows me to utilize space outside of the garden, which actually gives me more growing room. So it's a pretty unique idea. It looks like it's going to work. I got these ideas from watching, quite a few videos, and just came up with my own idea. Instead of using cattle panel, I had wire already here, fencing wire, and I just said, you know what, this PVC piping works for the grow tone. It should work for the arch trellis as well. And it looks like it's going to work. It has just a little bit of sway to it in the wind, side to side, but back and forward, there's no sway. I've used rebarb, 2-foot rebarb, hammered in the ground, and that gives a pretty good steady and stability. So I'm not worried about that. Now, as you can see, the potatoes are exploding. Massive, explosive on the growth on the potatoes. Now, all 3 rows have been healed. And it looks like they will probably be healed again one more time, just so that we can get a lot of potatoes from this bunch that we got here. Now, as you can see, the greens and the onions are exploding. They are absolutely phenomenal growth on those. Now, the middle row of greens, I've already thinned those out. As you can see, it's a lot thinner than the outer rows. Now it's time to thinning the outer rows so we can get good growth. The Georgia collards, I thinning those to about 3 inches, 4 inches apart. I want those Georgia collards to get as large as they can get so that I can harvest those good green leaves off of it. And as you can see, the corn is doing very well. We've got massive growth on the corn. The replacement growth are already on the way up out of the ground. So corn is doing very well this year. It looks like we're going to have a good harvest. The okra has not come up yet, I suspect, because it's such a hot crop. It's taking its own sweet time. No problem at all. Beets over here are already on the way up. So I've got 2 rows of beets here that are already growing, coming out of the ground all the way down. So I've got 2 rows of beets in number 1, and I've got 2 rows of beets in number 4. So we're looking really good. Everything seems to be working out very well. Apple tree is doing very well. As you can see, we've got apples actually developing where the flowers were. The watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew, they're all doing very well. As I stated before, strawberries, plums, cherries, the blackberries are doing very well. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on this trellis system that I got set up here. It's just a new addition, trying to maximize the small area of growth that I have in order to get as much product growing as I possibly can. Again, we've got 9 bunches of radishes. Those are going to be jarred. And this other bed definitely has to be put together because it's been doing so much raining. have not had the time. So as soon as we get out of this rainy season or this rainy week or week and a half, then I'll go ahead and fill this up with dirt and get some more product growing. Raspberries are doing very well. So just a quick update, guys, from UC Organics, St. Louis, Missouri. Backyard gardening. As I always state, anybody can do it. All you have to do is get started. Until next time, happy gardening, guys.